As a new PhD student, how can you keep track of all the meetings you had with the most important person in your PhD? That is your supervisor. Welcome back to PhD Coffee Time. This is the online community for you as PhD student to get motivation, peer support, and practical tips during your PhD. This video is an answer to one of your comments, Xiaoyu Xu. She wrote a very important question for PhD student, how she can track her supervisory meeting as a new PhD student. She is just starting her PhD this month, maybe a few months ago now, since I'm recording now. I've already got 2 different videos, maybe 3 of them, about how to manage your relationship in your PhD, working with your supervisor, how to write professional emails. Today, I like to just take a step back into how you manage this really important relationship in your PhD. Because remember, we have to start with an expectation that your advisor may not be available anytime you needed them. So it is important you schedule time yourself, write down what you need from your advisor. If you can't answer his question or her question of what do you need from me in a quick elevator pitch, then you are failing your PhD right there. You may need a signature from him, you may need an approval of a grant application, you may need a reading list. Write it out and make it a laundry list. Before your meeting, send it to your advisors, maybe 24-hour notice before your scheduled meeting, so that both of you are on the same page of what are these laundry lists to go through. So during the meeting, you want to be polite and professional. I like to say overdress your language, because sometimes I know PI are friendly and some of the Western PI are also really, oh, just call me by my first name. It's okay, you call them by the first name, but your PI meeting is a professional environment. You should be speaking the same level of professional language like you are at work. Mind your language. Don't make unnecessary jokes. Start the conversation from the project itself. Be on top of the project. When there is time left and allowed, you can make a few jokes, but make sure business comes first. With your agenda of meetings sent a day before and tell them that these are the pending items, and then you conduct your meeting in a professional language, attentive manner. I always use OneNote when I have a meeting with my PI, and I take note of what is needed to be done, what are the actionable items from each side of us, send a reminder after the meeting as a meeting acknowledgement that we have met at this time on that day. These are the lists to make it easy for your PI, so that a few months later, he or she is busy, they can go back to that list and think, okay, let me think of what Vera needs from me. It will be easier for the person to follow on your research. You can move on instead of going back to something that has been agreed on, and it will save you a lot of time, save you a lot of disagreement. In the long run, you also have a black and white document to clarify this has already been spelled out in that email, and it's not a way to not trust anyone. It's just there's so many things in their life. This disagreement are not intentional, just people forget. Emails are a great way to document and remind people of their own task. And if you are now in the second year or later phase of your PhD, it's a great idea to do a reverse Gantt chart. I have talked about Gantt chart, and it's very popular when people propose a new funding. You need to write a Gantt chart and propose how many months you will need on each project and what are the sub-project that is needed as a Gantt chart. But as a PhD, I think it is really valuable looking back retrospectively and tell your advisor how your time has been spent during the past few months, and that's going to help the person leading your project take a bird's eye view and say, okay, we'll change direction, we'll reduce this time draining task for you so that you focus on somewhere that is going to let you graduate on time. This is why I think you need to start working on tracking time every day when you are at work, in the lab, or writing. Even your writing, you need to focus on what is the main direction of your writing and why are you doing that, and ask for the feedback. And your advisor is there to help you, and make sure you are reiterating what you're doing, the person agree with you, and you should keep going. Or if not, then part of our job is to be agile and flexible. And when the suggestion comes, you need to be able to integrate it without taking it personal and spend most of your energy investing in the new topic. I hope this clarified some of your questions, Xiaoyu. I wish you all the best with your new PhD studies. If you have more questions, feel free to comment and let me know. I'd love to think of some way to help you as a PhD student. Don't hesitate to hit the like button and share this with anyone that you're working with so that everyone can progress a little bit more as a scientist. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you the next time.